Hi, my name is Bryan. I work for Golden West Canine, and I was at a post in the Santa Clarita area at the BMW dealership, the AutoNation, and I just had an experience that I just feel like I want to share with all of you. And when I was sitting there, as I did my patrolling and all, I just felt to sit outside and just watch, the surrounding area. And when I did, I saw a white, I think it was like a Sentry, pulled corner caddy to where I was sitting, and I saw the father of the car just come out, very quickly. And I stood up and I was watching and observing what was happening, and I saw him go into the back of the door and pull something out, which I was a distance, so I couldn't see exactly what it was, but I was observing this. And when I saw him shaking something, but what really opened my heart and my eyes and all was when the mother jumped out of the car and grabbed the baby, when I realized it was a baby, and started shaking it, and she started screaming and screaming like no mother that I've heard scream. And I just started running as fast as I could. I just don't even remember getting there. I know I was running. And when I got there, the mom was just in despair. She was screaming and in despair of what was happening, that her 18-month-old was not breathing. And when I saw that, I just called out and I said, God, help me. And I got the baby very gently from her. I held the baby. I started trying to listen to if he was breathing, which he wasn't, and I just started giving him I knew in my heart that I needed to give him air. I needed to give him some air. I don't understand how. I knew right away with all the pressure, but I just started blowing 2 puffs in his mouth, and it was nothing. I held his chest. I didn't do any compressions. I didn't feel I needed to do compressions. I just felt I needed to put air, so I gave him 2 more breaths of air, and he started crying. And that was such an experience that I'll never forget. I'll never forget that cry of that baby and that mom with their desperation in her eyes, saying that I saved her baby. And I am just so thankful that all turned out well. I had the baby. I was just holding the baby. What was just amazing to me was I never seen this baby in my life, but I had so much love for this baby. I just felt so much love for this baby, and that it was like my own. And I gave him breath and I gave him life, and it was just awesome. And I believe in God, and I know God was there at this situation. And the mom and dad were thankful, and I responded, and I had my company radio with me, which I called dispatch. They dispatched 911. There was another bystander that spoke Spanish and couldn't understand the 911 dispatch. He gave me the phone. I had the baby. I had the phone. They were telling me to lay the baby down, which I didn't have. No blanket. I just remember having my Golden West canine jacket in my car, and I had the baby, which I was just caring for the baby, as in letting the baby breathe and hold him with care. I ran to my car, beat my trunk open, I grabbed my jacket, I ran back, and there was a grass area at the dealership, and I laid the jacket down, and as the dispatch is still talking to me, telling me to undress him, is he still breathing? I said yes, and he says, in 911, the emergency crew's on their way. So I was just there with the baby when the paramedics arrived. I was just so glad that I could have been there. The parents did not know CPR. The parents didn't know what to do with the baby. They were just hysterical through all this time. And I'm just glad that I responded, that I was calm, cool, and collected. And I just encourage anyone that has children or around children to take these classes, because this might save someone's life. And I'm glad that I was there at that time, because I usually don't work a 2 to 10 shift. I work an early shift, and I know I was there at the right time, at the right place. And I'm so glad that this little baby could live and maybe tell this story as I'm telling you today. And I just thank my company, Golden West Canine, that they were so supportive, and they've been very supportive in encouraging me, and they're proud of me, and I'm proud of working for Golden West and how they responded quickly also. Thank you.
And do you consent to make this video public?
Yes.
Would you state your name and say I consent?
Yes. I'm Officer Bryan, and Francis Bryan, and I consent that this video be recorded and displayed. And I just hope everyone will be encouraged in this story, because it's a true story. And I just pray that God would just bless everyone that is listening to this.
Thank you very much, Officer Bryan. This is Lieutenant Pallin with Golden West Canine, out.